Hello guys, I'm Camelia. Welcome back to CulinaryWishes.com. Today I'm going to make a very special dessert called eclair. For this recipe I'm going to use, first for the dough, 500 milliliters of water, 360 grams of flour, 6 eggs, 50 grams of sugar, 250 grams of margarine for cakes, and a pinch of salt. I'm going to make some vanilla cream from 750 milliliters of milk, 4 eggs, 200 grams of flour, 270 grams of sugar, 40 grams of vanilla sugar and some vanilla essence, and some chocolate icing from 30 grams of cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons of oil, 120 grams of milk chocolate, 1 tablespoon of water and 70 grams of margarine. Okay, so for this dessert, I'm going to start making the dough. In this pot, I'm going to put the water and the margarine and put them on the stove. I'm going to let the water with the margarine on the stove until the margarine melts, and after that I'm going to add sugar and salt, mix it very well and let it until it melts. After the sugar has melted, I'm going to add all the flour at once. I'm going to stir very well so it doesn't make lumps, and after that I'm going to take it off the stove. I finished mixing the flour. I have a really nice dough that I'm going to let it cool. My dough has cooled, so now I'm going to start adding eggs. I'm going to add 1 egg at a time, mix it all very well and add the others. I finished blending all the eggs into the dough, so now I'm going to form my eclairs using a syringe to decorate. My eclairs are ready to be baked in the preheated oven for 30 minutes. There's a very important rule we have to follow when baking eclairs. For the first 10 minutes, we have to keep the eclairs in the stove on high heat. After that, for the next 20, we are going to keep them on low heat. It's very important to never open the stove during baking. After I finish forming my eclairs and put them in the oven, I'm going to start making the cream. In a pot, I'm going to mix the 4 eggs, blend them very well, and after that add over them sugar and vanilla sugar and mix it all very well. Now I'm going to add the vanilla essence and start adding flour bit by bit. After I finished adding the flour, I'm going to start adding the milk bit by bit. My cream is almost done and now I'm going to boil it. I have here a pot in which I put water. I'm going to put this pot over it and I'm going to boil the cream at bain-marie. I'm going to let it on the stove for 15 minutes until it gets thicker. It's very important to mix all the time when making this cream because otherwise it will make lumps. The cream for the eclairs is done and now I'm going to let it cool. My eclairs have baked and now I'm going to let them cool. Meanwhile, I'm going to make the icing. In a small pot, I'm going to put the chocolate, margarine, oil and water and put them on the stove. I'm going to let the margarine melt along with the chocolate and after that I'm going to add the cocoa. Now I'm going to assemble my eclairs. I'm going to cut them in half, fill them with cream and put some icing on them. My chocolate eclairs are done. I hope you like my recipe and if you did, please follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel CulinaryWishes.com. Enjoy your meal. Bye bye!